welcome back to another Hogwarts Legacy news discussion video. If you're new to the channel, we cover a variety of different games, news. We're almost at 50 subscribers here on the channel, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here on this journey. If you haven't joined us and would like to, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is when will Hogwarts Legacy release? Now, this idea has kind of been floating around in my head somewhere along the lines of since ever the delay of the game back in early January. Now, back in January, I made a video that was talking about when we would get news for Hogwarts Legacy. I had no idea that the news would be a delay, so I honestly and genuinely believed that the game would release this year. But even when I thought it would release this year, I thought it would be a late release to this year, maybe at best early fall. But I have a couple reasons that I think Hogwarts Legacy will be releasing later in 2022 and not in the first or second quarter of the year. First and foremost, as recently as April, and I just looked couple days ago and into May, Avalanche is still hiring both full-time positions and limited-term roles, including lighting artists, producers, game writers, and software engineers. Now, this may be for other projects, but there's a strong chance that it is for Hogwarts Legacy, especially since the game was delayed as a part of an effort for the developers to really get into this game and really bring out the best content for a demanding yet large audience such as the Harry Potter fanbase. Now, another reason I feel like this is going to be a late 2022 release is there's been no new marketing content since the announcement trailer. Even with what new content we've gotten, it hasn't come in the form of marketing. It's either been news stories, blog posts, we had the developers share pictures of concept art, but there's been no marketing campaign that has started yet. And I think this is because if you're marketing a game, you want it to be close enough to the release that it is going to have an impact and still resonate with your audience so they will remember it and hopefully go purchase it. Now, if they were wanting to release in early 2022, I would think that we would start seeing a lot more marketing at this time, and especially at events like E3 and other gaming conferences. And I've made a video on why I don't think Hogwarts Legacy will be at E3 this year. If you want to check that video out, you can go ahead and do that. My biggest reason for thinking Hogwarts Legacy won't release until later in 2022 is the holiday season, which is when big games such as the Assassin's Creed franchise, pretty much all the annual sports games, and other big releases tend to have their release date because they want to get in on Black Friday and other holiday shopping that begins anywhere from September to late November. I think with a franchise as big as the Wizarding World, that a holiday release would be super beneficial because it's going to bring the biggest audience of shoppers and also be a big title release that people are going to see put on gift lists and stuff like that. I know for me as a child, big games were always a holiday gift, whether it was from a family member or I would save up the cash I got from a holiday to purchase a game. That was always a big holiday gift for me, was a new game. And this was often Assassin's Creed games or similar titles that were larger and tended to be, in that $60, $50 price range. So I think with a game as big as Hogwarts Legacy and as highly anticipated as Hogwarts Legacy, a release date in late 2022, somewhere from September to as late as November, would not be unexpected. Now, I understand why some people would like to see the game earlier and would especially want it maybe in the summer of 2022. I don't think it's the best marketing strategy for the game, so I don't think it's going to see an earlier release date. But this is all dependent on how Warner Brothers' other games that are currently in development, such as Gotham Knights, are doing and at what stage in development they are at. Now, many games have been delayed right now as a result of the ongoing consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic, and I don't suspect that games for a while won't be impacted by this. So it's all still very up to chance, and it depends on how development is going with all these games. But I honestly truly believe that Hogwarts Legacy will release in the third or fourth quarter of 2022. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment down below when you think the game is going to be released, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.